Die in the Dungeon, a roguelike built around collecting different colored die, taking advantage of their effects. I put together a run that I'll be using to show off the game. My main goal during the run was to complete it as fast as I could, so the play here isn't perfect. That being said, let me start off by explaining the die. Red is attack, nice and simple. Select an enemy and attack. Blue adds block to your character, which cannot be larger than your health and disappears at the end of the fight. Boost die add their value to their die value away. Is that confusing? Well, here's a chart. Roll a 1 on a boost die and it targets the dies 1 away and so on. Before I go on, I just wanted to mention that only a small percentage of those who watch my videos are subscribed. So if you end up liking the video and you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. Enjoy the video. Okay, so there are 2 more die types. Green die, which heals for its value, and then there's mirror die. I don't use mirror die, forget that one. Green die has the glass effect, meaning it breaks after 1 use. Oh yeah, effects. Grow means the die is 1 value more effective with each use. Hollow means the die is free to play. Normally only 3 die can be played between enemy actions. Hollow is just one way around this. Another way around it is the heavy effect, which lets die sit on the board for multiple rounds. The die will lose 1 face value per turn left on the board, until it hits 0 and is returned to the bag. Mixing heavy with grow is ridiculous. Dice value goes crazy. Last up is glass, which as mentioned makes die single use per battle. That sucks, unless add grow and or heavy to glass, removing the effect. Infinite healing, here we come. After every battle is a chance for a new die, a die upgrade, or a max HP increase. But that should be enough explaining, let's get into the run. The first part of my strategy is to upgrade boost and attack, getting grow on my attack die and glass on the defense die. That's fine, I can always remove that defense die later. These early enemies are very weak, another upgrade to an attack die, and now the healing die. 1 gold attack die and on to slightly stronger enemies. Well, never mind. And here we go, get rid of just 1 defense die. Ah, dang, I didn't mean to hit that. Well, goodbye block. Maybe max HP can save me? And oh, thank goodness we have block again. We'll just put gold on that, thank you very much. A couple of them, in fact. And here we go, skip some floors and get a gold die. I'd love more grow attack, but grow heal will keep me alive. And oh boy, do I need it. These enemies are getting strong. Get out of here. Now this is a die, overkill. I need that one. Now on to the mid-game boss. Queen Bee. The queen transforms die into honey die. Honey is removed from the die once it's used, returning the die to my bag. Honey die is like boost die, only it doubles or halves damage on tiles depending on these crown symbols. Spaces with crowns are doubled, without crowns are halved. My main plan here was to get my growth attacks on the board, but this queen is dangerous, so I needed some block too. I get to attack more freely between queen charge attacks. Charge attacks deal over 20 damage, so I need a lot of block for those. I got a bit confused in the middle, but the battle went pretty well. I even got heavy on an attack as a reward. Back to regular fights, and enemies get pretty rough from here. Enemies that make you put die in specific formations, enemies that heal other enemies, 2 enemies that guard each other, and a healer to repair them if I get through the armor. This part was the worst. Took me a few minutes, but I got 1 down and that made it way easier. Throw grow on a block and now on to the boss. Oh, this guy isn't so bad. Uh-oh. The final boss is really cool. They use the same board I use and take advantage of my boosts. Heavy die seem to do really well here since the boss has to work around my die. They also don't seem to have grow die, so if I can just survive early, I can sweep later. With 1 final blow, the boss goes down and I beat the game. If you want to give it a try for yourself, I'll have a link in the description. Thanks so much for watching.